Not every customer is good for you. You don't want to work with a customer who will not take your advice and implement them. If you're good at your craft, everybody wants you. Welcome back to another episode of Matrix Tech Talk. Today, once again, we're back here with two of my colleagues, Dorina and Monia, and they're going to ask me questions today about which customers you should not work with. Yes, you heard me right. Not every customer is good for you. And I can tell you which customers you should definitely avoid. So Dorina and Monia, welcome to Matrix Tech Talk once more. And off you go. Please ask me what you want to ask about the customers that you don't want to have.
So when do you say no to a customer?
When do we say no to a customer?
And how?
How? First, let's identify the customers that you don't want to work with. You don't want to work with a customer who will not take your advice and implement them. Because as a service company, you are the authority figure. You know what you're doing. You are the authority in your field. I mean, we build ECUs for vehicles for a long time. We know how technologies like AutoSAR works, how functional safety works, how cybersecurity works. And a customer comes to us because they need our know-how, our experience. The problem is, it's like when you go to a doctor's office and the doctor gives you some advice, you go home and you don't really follow the doctor's advice. You're not doing any good to yourself, and you're also not doing any good to the doctor because he will be just annoyed because he cannot help you. The doctor cannot help you. So when a customer comes to us, we are the doctors. If I see and feel that my customer is not just going to do what I tell him to do, I can't help that customer. And since I can't help that customer, the customer will not be satisfied with me in the long run because it's not helping, because he's not doing what I'm telling him to do. So this is not going to be a good game in the long run, and hence there is no point of working with that customer. That's one. The second thing, if your customer is not honest to you, because it's, again, the doctor's analogy. If you go to the doctor and don't tell him the truth, he can't help you. There is no way a doctor can help you if you don't tell him the truth, if you don't tell him your symptoms, if you don't tell him your problem, if you don't tell him what is wrong with you from your perspective. You have to tell him the truth. So if the customer is not being honest, they're hiding, or there's something that is not transparent. I'm not saying that they have to open up their corporate books, but in the context of the project, if there is no transparency, it won't work. That's the second one. Finally, the third one is if you see a customer is not willing to pay you the money you regularly charge, that's another reason for me to not to work with that customer. Because if the customer feels that your service is not valued the way you sell your service to the others, if they don't accept it, they're probably not the right fit for you, because you're bringing values to the customer, and with that value, the customer should be generating more wealth, more money, more know-how. And if they're not okay with the regular price you have for your services, this is another customer you don't want to work with. These are the three criteria. Yeah.
So then would you say that you already focus at the beginning if you take this customer, or if you will continue the relationship, or?
That's a great question. You know, at what point do you realize if it is the right customer for you or not? If it's the right customer for you or the wrong customer for you? What point do you realize that? That's the question. Sooner the better. But it's not that all of these three things will be visible to you at the very beginning. Yeah. So the moment you realize that, it's not working with these three criteria, I think it's time for you to, end the relationship with that customer, business relationship with that customer in a smooth way. And I'm not a big fan of fighting or anything. If you have committed something, you got to keep your commitment, keep that commitment, do it, and then end that relationship. There are plenty of customers out there. They're like, the world economy is vast. The longer you're wasting your time with such customer, you're actually not putting that time searching for a right fit for you. So the sooner you end it, you'll have your energy and time freed up to look for better customer who you can serve. They'll be happy, they'll be benefited, and you will get what you deserve. And it will be a win-win relationship and a long-term relationship.
Can you tell me something about the road trip? So when you are directly in a project together with a customer, how to end this politely, because they are also working with you. And
yeah, I know what you mean. The thing is, when you have taken an assignment, this is my principle. You've taken an assignment. I mean, you got to finish that. You got to finish that. It's just that don't take any new assignment. Finish the current assignment and don't take any new assignment and move on. That's how you do it.
Can you tell me something about your past? If you already had a customer where you wanted to finish the project and how you handled this, or were there also a possibility to turn it over to a good relationship?
That's a great question. Instead of, saying goodbye to the customer, ending the business relationship, can you turn it over? That is really a good question. I like it. If they don't listen to your advice, they don't implement your advice, there's no way you can help them. And turnaround will not be possible. And if they're not transparent, also you cannot help them. The third criteria is, also if they're not willing to pay the price you deserve. If your customer has these three things and you're already in a working relationship, can you flip it? I mean, you should definitely try by communicating, trying to understand, by empathizing with the customer before giving up. That's a good way. However, I would say it's better to look for something else. There are definitely better customers out there who are better fit, who you can serve better, give them better result because they will listen to you. Then they will pay you also good because they'll be happy. And in the end, you will have a better relationship, long-term relationship. You'll get testimonials, referrals from that customer. So it is much better to put your energy on something where you can help. If you tell your customer, hey, this is the right thing for you, but they don't agree, you know that they're going to fail. You know that you can't help them. And if this is the case, I don't think this is the right customer. First of all, you should try to avoid taking them in the beginning. And if you are already in a working relationship with them, like your question, if it is possible to try, flip it and make it better, I wouldn't waste my time there. Because if you're good at your craft, everybody wants you. You're not just putting enough time and energy to find the right match because all your energy is taken by this particular customer, which you know that you can't help because they're just not taking your prescription. That's how it is. Yeah. All right. So if you have no more questions, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you ever had to deal with such customers, I would love to know about that. Please write in the comment section. If you want to ask me any questions, comments, please write in the comment section. If you have got some values from this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time we publish a new video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please click the link below to schedule a free consulting call with us if you need any help regarding the topic of the video. One of our staffs will get in touch with you and would be happy to schedule a free consulting call with you and happy to help you in any of these topics. Please click the link below now and we'll see you in the call.